County. Rick Smith alongside Richard Mahoney with us also tonight to bring you the boys' side of this sub-state. We were here last night bringing you Lady Cat basketball as they got off to a victory in their first game over Anderson County, a 62-42 victory for the Lady Cats, which puts them into tomorrow night's championship round at 6 o'clock. They'll take on the Baldwin Lady Bulldogs. And right here tonight, it's the men's action as they match up with the Baldwin Bulldogs in the first game of action here tonight. The second contest will be Anderson County taking on Osawatomie in the nightcap. The two winners moving to the 7:30 championship round at Anderson County tomorrow night. We're glad you could join us here tonight. The crowd filling in for the first game of this action tonight. These two teams met back in December in that Bulldog Wildcat Classic tournament hosted at Baldwin that night. And the Wildcats brought home a 64-56 win in that contest. Both teams a whole season of experience behind them now as they bring it to the sub-state tournament action right here in Anderson County. And the starting lineups for the Baldwin Bulldogs: number 2, a 5'9" senior, Hunter Ramirez. Number 10, a 6'3" senior, Luke Leskowski. Number 20, the 6'6" senior center, Kyle Morris. A 6'4" sophomore, Cade Kyle. And rounding out the starting lineup, a 6'2" senior, number 24, Jace Diggins, will take the floor for head coach Paul Musselman and the Baldwin Bulldogs. Wildcats introduced on the far side, and that starting lineup has been consistent all season long. Number 3, Brandon Nordstedt. Number 5, Jace Watkins. Number 11, Tegan Hess. Number 15, Garrison Fiedler. And number 34, Connor Jeffers, will take the floor for Burlington and head coach Matt Barrett. Coach Barrett was with us last night at halftime of the Lady Cats game. Give us a wrap-up of the season and his anticipation of bringing this team to the tournament and moving on to Emportia next week for the Class 4A Division II state championship. But it all starts right here, right now. Officials in place. Fiedler ready for the tip. It's in the air and tipped, but it's out of bounds off of Baldwin, and the Wildcats will have first possession. We're just underway here for the first game of sub-state action hosted at Anderson County. Nordstadt will inbound the ball to Jace Watkins, and the Wildcats will set the offense. Fiedler down low post. He'll come up to the high post, set the pick. On the roll, couldn't get the return pass back. They'll give it up to Hess. Goes into the lane, picks up the dribble, looks back out and finds Fiedler now on the right wing. They'll set the offense against this man-to-man defensive pressure by Baldwin. Watkins drives the lane, a floater down the middle. It won't fall. Hard off the front of the rim, rebounded out of there. Dribble drive, left-hand layup, up over the top. Hunter Ramirez takes it all the way for the first score of the night. Cats come back down quickly. Hess with the ball on the near side. He'll set it back to the top of the circle to Jeffers. Defense covers up on Jeffers. He'll pass it off to Hess. Ball knocked loose. Now back on the top. They'll set the offense with Chase Watkins. Cuts through the middle. Now Nordstadt from the top of the key. That three ball finds a home. First shot of the night for Nordstadt, and he puts the Wildcats on top 3-2. Baldwin up court, bring it to the left side. Ramirez looks inside to the high post. They'll spin it on the wing to Diggins. He fires off a three for his first bucket of the night. We may be in for a shootout here at Anderson County tonight. Up court come the Cats. They'll lob it in. Ball tipped away, but Fiedler gets it back for the Cats. Step out dribble. Returns the ball to Jeffers at the top of the circle. He'll come right wing. Fiedler thought about the three. That's not his shot. We need him down in low to work that paint. Nordstadt picks up the dribble, finds Jace Watkins at the top. Jeffers drives into the lane, stops, and a pass, errant, and a turnover. Give the ball up to Baldwin here as we go 2 minutes into the contest, and the Baldwin Bulldogs lead it 5-3. In the backboard across the timeline comes Leskowski with the dribble. He'll set the offense as they spread forward wide. High post near wing. Leskowski gets the ball back. Looks inside, cut off on the pass. They'll swing it to Ramirez. Down to the top of the key. Luke with the dribble. Lob down low and a steal there. Turnover into the hands of Jeffers. He'll force the ball up court. Gives it off to Hess, but the ball is tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Dagan Hess making a drive to the hoop, and that ball is tipped out of bounds. Northstat will key the throw-in under their own basket. High over the top, they'll break it up to Fiedler. Now Watkins comes to start the offense for Burlington. In low to Fiedler, works that low post, has to kick it back out to Northstat. Picks up the dribble, goes to Fiedler again. Looking for a cutter inside. They'll pull it to the top. Northstat dribble drive off the rim, short. Rebounded away, and here come the Bulldogs. Up court, right side. Luke with the dribble drive to the hoop. Up and in on a soft touch. Luke Leskowski gets his first bucket of the night. It's a 7-3 margin now for the Bulldogs. Northstat splits the defenders, goes up, his shot is blocked, gets the rebound, gives it out to Jace Watkins, and he finds a free ball for the Cats.
I'd like to see him get off to a good start like that. He could light it up.
Jace does that well. When he gets those first couple in, he gets some confidence, and he can go to town for the Wildcats. Ball tipped away. Fiedler with the steal. Clears it to Jeffers, and we've got a whistle and a foul on the reach-in, trying to get that ball back into position. Number 23, Cade Keel, picks up the first foul of the night. Cats will play it in on the near sideline. We're located across the floor from the scorer's stand, high up above the rest of the crowd. Watkins brings it up and looks inside to Fiedler. Now gets a return pass. They'll find Northstat from the three. He sends another home. 3 3-pointers for the Wildcats, and they take their first lead of the night, 9-7, here with 4:16 remaining in the first quarter. A three by Baldwin, shot away, no good. Up with the rebound, and slapped from the backside, a whistle and a foul on Jace Diggins. Missed the shot and trying to recover that ball, but he is whistled for his first personal and the second team foul on Baldwin. Substitute coming back onto the floor now as Diggins will go to the bench. Hunter Ramirez returns to the lineup. Henry Lettner checks in for the Bulldogs. They'll give it to Fiedler down the lane. Trap, turnaround, floater, won't fall. And there for the rebound is Jeffers. He'll kick it out to Chase. 3 for Chase Watkins again.
Yeah, that's what we want, right?
They are nailing it from deep here in the early going. Goes up 12-7. Steal and an outlet pass ahead to Watkins. Defense is back. Chase will stop for three. Yeah, nails a three. 1-3. 3-pointers for Chase Watkins. 2 3-pointers for Brandon Northstat. And the Wildcats out to a 15-7 lead here in our first quarter. A timeout on the floor by Baldwin. We'll take it back to the station for a word from our sponsors of Wildcat Basketball on the Dog.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Clean washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain Pellet Grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and as a proud supporter of local athletics.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball on the Dawg. Coming out of that timeout, Baldwin coach in the ear of his Bulldogs. They get out of guard, but they left Nordstad alone for his third three-pointers. Wildcats 6 3-pointers to open the contest here, and they lead it 18-9. Leitner with the ball goes right-hand side. They'll look to the high post inside, can't get it past in, and they'll kick it to Luke. Back out on the wing, top of the circle. They'll work right side. Back to Leitner. He'll drive the baseline, gets a crack up and in for Henry Leitner, his first bucket of the contest. And it's an 18-11 lead here for the Wildcats. Dribble drive to the hoop, but the ball blocked away. Nordstad going in among the tall timbers there. And that ball will stay in the hands of the Wildcats. And substitute onto the floor for Burlington. That'll be Jordan Torres checking into the lineup now for the Cats. Inbound, they'll go high over the top to Fiedler. He'll give it up to Connor Jeffers, and he'll call out the play for the Cats. Nordstad at the top of the circle. Sets a pick for Watkins. Back to Nordstad. A three. Short off the front of the rim. And a Wildcats misfire the first three. But a steal there. Tipped away. Nordstad's got it. He's coming all the way to the hoop. Lays it up with the left hand and in. Nice job making the defender commit and patient. Coming back the other way quickly, gets behind the defense. Leitner gets a bucket for Baldwin to answer. And we've got a 20-13 margin. The Wildcats on top here as we approach the 130 mark. Nordstad back on top, finds Jeffers. They'll kick it to Nordstad in the corner. Torres, he likes a three. Off the mark, no good, but down low is Connor Jeffers for the board. Gets possession, kicks out to Watkins. At the top of the key, they'll set the offense. Give it go to Fiedler, but misses the chippy. He's fouled on the way to the hoop. And Garrison Fiedler will go to the line for the Wildcats to shoot a pair. Good work that time by Jace Watkins. Saw the defenders come to him. He knew that somebody was left alone. That was Fiedler, and he takes it to the rim. His first free throw on the way, but short off the mark with the miss. He'll be there for his second attempt. And onto the floor for the Wildcats. Here comes Connor McManus and Carson Byer checking in for the Cats. Second free throw is up and good. First point of the night for Garrison. He's averaging 18 points a session for the Cats this season. They need to get him to the rim time and time again. Lob down low into the paint. Shot away is no good. Fiedler tips it. He gets the rebound and the Wildcats control. Carson Byer will bring it up for the Cats as we go under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter from Anderson County. Fiedler at the free throw line. Turnaround shot up and in. That's a confidence builder right there for Garrison Fiedler, making his man come out to guard him. Ball on the right wing. Leitner with the ball high over his head, looking inside. Goes to the high post. Dribble drive down the baseline, up with the left hand. We've got a whistle and a foul as Kyle Norris, the big 6'6" senior, drives to the hoop. Couldn't complete the play, but he'll be at the line as Connor McManus was whistled up for his first personal. Free throw is on the way off the back of the rim, no good. But Kale will be at the line to shoot his second free throw. Checking in for Burlington, taking Hess back to the lineup for the Wildcats. 29 seconds on the clock here. Second free throw arched away, no good. Ball tipped loose and chasing down the loose ball. Baldwin gets it back in hand. Leitner from behind the arch, a three away. Gets his own rebound there, and he'll clear it on the right wing. A three shot by Baldwin, no good. Fiedler up and with a possession tie-up on the floor. Had the inside position. The Baldwin rebounder coming from the backside. Fortunate to not be whistled for the foul. But the possession arrow sends the ball to Baldwin as they'll play it in on the end line. Good 13 seconds on the clock. Wildcats with a 10-point margin, 23-13 here as we approach the end of the first quarter of play. And the clock went dark. The officials noticed that, immediately stopped action. And now they, somebody must have had a big foot and unplugged the electric cord over there. Now they've got to figure out, well, what do we do?
Left on the clock.
Three officials gathering in the center circle there. In-ball pass was completed, but they called the timeout. They're going to have to figure out how much time to put back on the clock. There was 13.9 when it was out of bounds.
Right.
So they'll go over and talk over with the timekeeper. And the lights went out again. Well, they're going to wait until everybody gets plugged in and ready to go here. And the athletic director for Anderson County,
maybe he's going to go get a new pigtail or
maybe they've identified a problem and maybe have a spare backup in the back room. A few seconds can make
going on and off.
It's just inadvertent by itself, isn't it?
Sure is.
Checking around different scores, different places. I saw a note today. One of the games that one of the broadcasters was at had a rain out last night. Seems as though the roof started leaking during the third quarter of the game. So they had about a 30-minute delay as they finally got everything wiped up and made an adjustment. Hung some plastic up in the rafters to catch the rain coming through the roof and got the game completed there.
Where was that at? You recall?
That was down in Texas last night. They've had some torrential rains down there over the last week, and they had to make some new arrangements for the games that were being scheduled for today. So we don't have that problem. We just have a timeout as we get our technical problems underway here.
Yeah.
Both teams went to the bench for a timeout. Now the officials are calling them back onto the floor, as it will be Baldwin's possession to play in from the sideline. They had inbounded the ball at the end line and then stopped play after the ball was in possession of Baldwin in the front court. So they'll play it in on the side marker with 11.5 seconds on the clock. Wildcats leading it by 10. Defensive pressure on Baldwin as they inbound across the timeline. Ramirez with the ball, sets it to the right wing, comes off the high pick. Ramirez steps back, gives it to Lettner. A runner on the shot at the buzzer is no good, and we go to the end of one quarter of play with the Burlington Wildcats leading at Anderson County in sub-state action over the Baldwin Bulldogs, 23-13. We'll be back after this timeout for Wildcat basketball on the Dog.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
Does fall weather make you dream of a new home? How about that remodeling project, such as a garage or room addition? Whatever your dreams are made of, First National Bank of Kansas has many favorable options for you. From refinancing to building projects, rates are still low, so why not check them out? See Paul and Kathy in Osage City, Chris and Craig in Waverly, or Donna and Craig in Burlington. First National Bank of Kansas, where dreams come true. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Wildcat basketball on the Dog here at Anderson County, site of the Class 4A Division II Sub-State action as the Wildcats take on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Cats with a great start tonight. They go up 23-13 at the end of the first quarter break, and Nordstad scores the 2 on the opening possession to make it a 12-point margin for the Cats. And steal, there's Fiedler with the possession. He'll give it up to Hess, and here come the Cats. Up court, right wing, three-pointer on the way by Nordstad as he hits his 4th 3 of the night as the Wildcats long-range gunners here tonight at Anderson County. A steal by Nordstad under the bucket, and a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. Number 3, Henry Lettner, trying to get back that ball that he had stolen away, is whistled for his first personal foul. 14 fouls now on the Bulldogs as number 24, Chase Diggins, returns to the lineup. The 6'2 senior, he had 10 points in that December game against the Wildcats, and he'll return to the lineup for Baldwin. Across the timeline, and a bad pass stolen away. Ball loose on the floor. Everybody chasing after it. We've got to see who it went off of. It's off of Baldwin, and the Wildcats will get it back. Great job chasing down by Connor Jeffers. Wouldn't let anybody get in between him and the ball, and it goes out of bounds to the Wildcats. Watkins brings it across the timeline, feeds Jeffers at the high post. He'll get the return pass, now swing to the right. But Jeffers shuffles his feet before he could get away from the pass, and the second turnover here of our second quarter. Baldwin will play it in the backcourt in front of their home bench. They are the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. A 28-13 lead for the Wildcats here. 15, the biggest margin of the night so far. Whistle and a foul stops action on the floor. A reach-in foul on number 11, taking Hess as he picks up his first personal, and the second team foul on the Wildcats. 6:46 left on the clock at our first half of play. Wildcats up by 15, a three-point shot away. Rebound down low, block shot by the Cats. Nice job from the backside. But Baldwin with ball back in hand. They lob it in low. Fiedler recovers the pass. Getting mauled in the backcourt. No call there as Jace Watkins brings it up for the Cats. Behind the arch, Jace, another three. It's short off the front of the rim. And rebounded away. Up court, left side, and a block shot. Garrison Fiedler high in the air to block that out of there. Came down and made body contact. But it was a flying trapeze act before Garrison is whistled for the foul.
What's he called getting your money worth?
Oh, yeah. All of his money's worth, I do believe. And one of the officials is talking to Tegan Hess. We're not privy to that conversation as Jace Diggins will set to the line for Baldwin. Misses on his first attempt, but he'll be there for a second. Checking back in for Baldwin, number 22, Parker Wilson now in the lineup for the Bulldogs. 28-13. Cats lead it here with one free throw now. It's a 28-14 lead. Wildcats doubling the score with 6 minutes remaining here in our second quarter of play. Nordstad drives to the paint, gives it off to Fiedler. His shot away won't fall. Nordstad gets the rebound. Putback won't go, and he's fouled on the way to the hoop. Brandon Nordstad not afraid to take it in low and force the action. Number 20 with the foul is Kyle Norris, picking up his first personal on the 6'6 senior. That is 5 team fouls against Baldwin as Brandon steps to the line and connects on his first free throw attempt. He's hit from everywhere, 4 times from the three-point arch, a two-pointer, and now 2 free throws. Sends the Cats to a 30-14 lead here with 5:55 on the clock. Drive down the lane, shot away, no good. A whistle and a foul on the putback attempt by number 20, Kyle Norris, and he will go to the line to shoot a pair. That foul whistled up on Tegan Hess. as he picks up his second personal. Norris at the charity stripe. Free throw is up and good. He's got 3 points on the night for the Wildcats, or the Bulldogs. Anderson County Bulldogs, Baldwin Bulldogs. That second free throw no good, and Fiedler boards it up for the Cats. He'll clear it to Nordstad and bring it across the line with 5:45 left on the clock here. The Cats leading by 15. Chase Watkins looks for the give and go. Now gives it back to Nordstad on the wing. He'll come off the high pick. They go to Fiedler in the lane. Dribble drive, soft shot, hard off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded away to Baldwin. They'll bring it up court on the left wing. Step down move in the lane. Number 24, Jace Diggins. Good ball control to go up for the bucket. Watkins back the other way quickly. They look on the inside to Fiedler. There they go. He'll work one-on-one. Drop step. Goes down low under the bucket. Gets his own rebound. Shot won't fall on the second. Garrison just cannot get it to go from low. And a dribble drive through a pair of defenders. Luke Leskowski goes to the rim and gets the bucket. As Baldwin makes a 4-point comeback, it's a 30-19 lead for the Wildcats here. As we have a timeout on the floor, that's going to be a quick 30-second timeout by Coach Barrett here, as he has seen a little bit of breakdown on the defensive side. But the Wildcats, no luck under the bucket for Garrison Fiedler, as he missed 4 chippies the last 2 possessions. Right. It's an 11-point margin, 19-30, the Wildcats leading it here at Sub-State action. Looking to punch their ticket to Championship Saturday, tomorrow night, 7:30. The winner of our game here tonight will take on the winner of Anderson County and Osawatomie. Those 2 teams have matched up a couple of times in Pioneer League action. We'll be staying to watch some of that game after our game concludes here tonight. But we're in it for this first half of play. Cats with the ball will bring it in from the end line.
Garrison's out, so we've gone small.
That's right. Tallest player on the floor, Jace Watkins, at 6'1" for the Wildcats, and he's our point guard.
Yeah.
So the Wildcats need to play some ball control here, spread the court. As they do, Nordstadt's in the corner. Hey, launches a 3, gets fouled, and he's going to have a chance for a 4-point play. Good job by Brandon Nordstadt to have himself set for the shot. Defender flying right in his face. Got off the shot for a good net swisher. And now he'll step to the line for the free throw. That's the first foul on Hunter Ramirez, as he was charged with guarding. A 4-point play for the Cats. Wiped out that 4-point run that Baldwin had made. It's back to a 15-point margin. 34-19, Cats on top. Ramirez with the ball on the far wing, looks inside. They'll lob it down low, and a steal by Nordstad. Good help on the defense from the backside. He'll drive it all the way up, throws up a hope, no good. Torres is out for the rebound, put back. It won't fall, and we've got a foul.
Yeah, Torres got him.
That was Jordan Torres fighting hard for the loose ball, but he's whistled for the foul. As Nordstad, good help defense from the backside when they made that lob pass over the top of the smaller defender. He got the steal and brought it for the Cats. Up court, Luke with the dribble at the top of the circle. He'll look to the near wing. 3:59 on the clock. Lob down low they go, and another steal. That kid is going to learn that Nordstad is in his pocket.
Well, he breaks it right down.
Here comes the Cats down. They'll send it out to a 3 for Chase.
It's raining, Trey.
His 4th three-pointer of the night, and the Wildcats blow out to a 37-19 lead. Block shot, but we've got a whistle and a foul as they split the defenders and tried to pass it off down low. Nordstad picked her. That is Jace taking Hess, picking up his 3rd personal. Richard was giving me the sign of the 3, and I thought the foul was on number 3, but That is Hess's third personal, and he'll come to the bench for the Wildcats. Free throw on the way by Keel. Misses on the first, but he'll be there for a second as he was in the active shooting. And substitutes for the Cats come in. Carson Beyer back on the floor now for Burlington. At the free throw line, Kyle sets and connects for his first point of the night. Now a 37-20 margin. The Wildcats lead it with 3:32, and Baldwin will bring full court defensive pressure. Torres in the backcourt. Up court, they'll bring it to Beyer. He'll dribble to the timeline, but we've got a timeout here by Coach Barrett, the official right beside him, trying to avoid a 10-second call in the backcourt as their defense had the Wildcats stymied a bit to make progress to bring the ball up court. We talked with Coach Barrett last night at halftime of the Lady Cats game, and he let us know that they'll be without Mitch Taylor tonight. Saw Mitch in the hallway before the game and said at last Friday night's game against Anderson County, he got an elbow upside the head. Saturday morning, little blurry vision, they went and checked him out and thought a concussion was the cause of his blow there. So they have decided not to put Mitch Taylor in uniform tonight and take care of that problem. So Mitch on the bench with the Cats and supporting the Wildcats all the way. Watkins in the backcourt, gets it up to Fiedler. Now across the timeline, they'll bring it to Nordstedt. He'll set for three, shot off the mark, no good, and rebounded away to Baldwin. They'll bring it through the middle, and a player control foul, number 20, Kyle Morris. You could see that happening from a mile away. He was going hard to the hoop, not giving a care that there was a defender planted firmly in front of him. He's whistled for his second personal, and now 17 fouls on Baldwin here at the 3:06 mark. From here on, the Cats will be shooting 1 plus a bonus. In the backcourt, Jace with the dribble. Gets it loose to Nordstedt. He'll find Fiedler across the timeline. Now back to Jace. Give and go. Jace to the hoop. Soft touch, but he traveled with it on the crossover from left to right hand. I don't think the official was ready for the footwork there.
I don't think so either. That
turnover sends it back to Baldwin and wipes the score down for the Cats. Driving the lane, up with the shot. We've got a block foul as Garrison Fiedler saw the defender trying to make a move to the right and shifted his body position. That is going to be the 7th team foul on the Cats, and Baldwin will be going to the line here with 2:46 left to play in our second quarter. Luke steps up for 1 plus a bonus. That free throw is on the way. Well, it was a 2-shot foul as he was driving the lane, missed the first, and he'll be there for a second. Both teams with 17 fouls now as they'll be shooting that bonus, but no need for a rebound as that free throw is good. Now a 37-21 margin. Wildcats lead it. 2:45 on the clock. Dribble drive right past the defender for Nordstedt as he is having the game of the season. And that's okay. And now's the time to have that game. Indeed. Jace Watkins with the ball. Brings it ahead to Nordstedt in the corner. He'll drive the baseline. Kicks it back out to Jace at the top of the circle. Shot away, no good, but Nordstedt chases it down for the Cats, and we've got a reach-in foul from the backside. Number 3, Henry Lettner, picking up his second personal foul, and that'll send Nordstedt to the charity stripe to shoot 1 plus the bonus. Nordstedt tonight with 5 3-pointers, giving 15 for that. Also, 7 more points, 22 points in the first half. Called her one-man wrecking ball. Let's keep it on. 2 more minutes. As that free throw is good, he'll be there for a bonus. Brandon stepping up, true with the shot, as substitute Kyle Morris checks back in for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Free throw is away. It rims off, no good. first miss of the night for Nordstat. They'll play the ball in low, but we've got a push foul. That is Garrison Fiedler, and he picks up his third personal. He was out of balance trying to put defense on the inside player for Baldwin. And Coach Barrett will need to get a substitute in for Garrison quickly here. As we go to the free throw stripe, number 20, Kyle Norris, will set for Baldwin. First free throw is away, up and good. And he'll prepare for the bonus as Parker Meats checks into the lineup for the Wildcats. He'll have to play some tough defense down inside. A couple of tall timbers for Baldwin. You know that they're going to try to force that action into the paint. The second free throw is good for Baldwin. And it's a 40-23 margin for the Cats. Up court, here comes Jeffers, 2-on-1. Dribble drive, shot on the way. A blocking foul on Baldwin, and Jeffers will go to the line for the Wildcats. Connor Jeffers got past the first defender. Nobody stepped up to take him until that last line. And Connor goes to the hoop. He'll be shooting 2 free throws now on that drive. First one is on the way up and good for his first point of the night. And he'll be there for a second free throw opportunity. Clock stopped with 1:59 here in the first half of play. Jeffers can't get the second one to fall, and Baldwin will bring it up across the timeline on the right wing. They'll set the offense, look on the inside, high pick, low post. Now they'll skip pass on the right wing, try to go down low. Oh, off the hands of Baldwin. They save it back in to number 2, Ramirez, and he hits a three-pointer. Cats will inbound in the backcourt. Fire with the dribble. They'll bring it to the timeline for Burlington. Set that offense. Looks on the right wing. Goes to Jeffers. Around the pick. He'll head to the hoop. Stops. Gets his man in the air. But he traveled with it. Couldn't get release the pass. And another turnover sends it back to the Bulldogs. 41-26, Wildcats lead it here with 1:20 left in the first half of play here at Sub-State action in Anderson County. Substitutes checking back onto the floor, number 23, Cade Kale, as they'll bring it up court. Luke with the dribble in the backcourt, following the instruction of head coach Paul Musselman. He'll release left side to Ramirez. On the wing, Luke with the ball, looking inside. Meats doing a good job of holding down the fort in the paint, but that dribble drive is up and good from Ramirez with the bucket. Now Nordstat with the dribble. He'll bring it up court. Goes down the middle, driving the lane. He gets fouled on the way to the hoop. That young man needs to learn that that windmill is going to get you a foul every time. Big sweeping arm motion to cause the attention of the official, and the foul is called. Free throw good for Nordstat, and he'll be there for a second opportunity. Inside 1 minute, Nordstat connects on the second free throw. And the Wildcats back to a 15-point margin, 43-28 over Baldwin. Luke with the dribble drive. High up he goes, but he's blocked on the shot. And he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That foul whistled on number 3, Brandon Nordstat, with his first personal foul. And 18 fouls for the Wildcats. In the process of shooting, it'll be a 2-shot foul for Luke Laskowski as he hits the first. 6 points on the night for the 6'3 senior, and he'll be there for a second free throw attempt. Set at the line. This one finds a home in the net also. 43-30. Cats lead it here with under a minute to go. Meets with the ball, gives it up to Jeffers. Dribbles down, goes out to Chase, sets for a 3. Home run! Chase Watkins, his 5th three-pointer of the night also. Dribble drive into the lane, shot away, no good. Rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul. fighting hard for those rebounds down low. Looks like that's going to be Parker Meats picks up the foul, as he could not gain possession of that rebound. And number 2, Hunter Ramirez, will be going to the line to shoot 1 plus a bonus. The Cats with 9 team fouls. No, that was the 10th. Put them over the limit. So it'll be a 2 free throw attempt, but Ramirez cannot corral the first, and he'll be there for a second. Bishop returns the ball to the shooter. Left-hander sets. This one is on the way up and good for his first free throw completion of the night. Pressure in the backcourt, but Nordstadt brings it across cleanly. 30 seconds, they'll work some clock here. Ball in the hands of Jace Watkins now. He looks for the pick. There goes the roll. Can get the ball back. Now they'll find Nordstadt on the near wing. 12 seconds on the clock. Nordstadt will work one-on-one. Looks for the pick. Set. 3 on the way. Oh, yeah. Nailed another three-point shot for Brandon Nordstadt as time runs out and the Wildcats sprint to the locker room. A 49-31 lead over the Baldwin Bulldogs here at Substate. What an exciting first half of action we had tonight. Here to bring you our first half, we're going to have to take a little while to get our numbers together as the Wildcats near half 100 at the break. And we'll be back after this 3-minute timeout.
U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts in Burlington and 97.7 Mid-Dog invite you for some action on ice as the Topeka Roadrunners battle it out for victory. We're giving away 2 tickets on Tuesdays for hockey at its finest at the Kansas Expo Center in Topeka. Get signed up for your chance to win tickets at U.S. Cellular Wireless Concepts, 401 Garrison in Burlington.
For home game dates and times, go to Topeka Roadrunners on Facebook.
Life Care Center Burlington offers all the comforts of home as well as added luxuries, including a beauty and barber salon, a specialized fine dining program, courtyard and gardening area, and is conveniently located near shopping, retirement communities, and other medical community resources. Life Care also provides in- and outpatient rehabilitation services for all ages. Their licensed staff offers 24-hour skilled nursing. Stop by and visit the Life Care Center of Burlington today, located at 601 Cross Street.
Stop in at Hoover's Thriftway, your friendly hometown grocery store in Burlington. And this week, Best Choice granulated sugar, 4-pound bag, $1.59. And fresh strawberries, 1 pound, $1.69. And frozen chicken thighs or drumsticks, 79 cents a pound. And Folgers Country Roast Coffee, $4.99. And Blue Bunny Ice Cream, $5.99. And Best Choice Whipped Topping, 99 cents. Hoover's Thriftway, sale ends March 6th.
In life, there are people, places, and things known as exceptional. There is a place like that in Garnett, Kansas. Hi, this is Brian Steffens, and I'm talking about Beckman Motors. Everywhere you go, you'll see vehicles with the Beckman Motors name on them. We want to show you how exceptional we are. The next time you decide to buy a new Ford or Chevy or any pre-owned vehicle, do yourself a favor and come to Beckman Motors in Garnett and experience what it's like to buy a vehicle from exceptional people in an exceptional place. Beckman Motors on Highway 59 in Garnett, Kansas, selling new Fords and Chevrolets along with pre-owned vehicles for a long time and doing it exceptionally well every day.
Trust Point Insurance is truly an independent insurance agency. They have the unique ability to shop the marketplace for the insurance company that provides the best protection at the most competitive price and has the ability to write with over 30 different companies. Trust Point Insurance offices are located at 800 North 4th Street in Burlington and 902 Commercial Street in Emporia. Stop in or call today to set up a time that is convenient for you to discuss your auto, home, farm, business, crop, and life insurance, or visit them online at trustpointinsurance.net. The staff at Diners Cafe, located at 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wants to say thank you to our customers for their patronage. If you haven't been in yet, come give us a try. We believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. We strive to provide you with a total dining experience, great service, wholesome eats, and a comfortable atmosphere. Diners Cafe, we're happy to be a part of Burlington and Coffee County. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dawg. And we just heard from Diners Cafe, and those folks took care of us tonight on the road trip to Anderson County. A big codfish po' boy, and that was that red velvet cake to top it off. We got sugared up and geared up, and so were the Wildcat men as they come out on fire and take the lead 49-31 here at the halftime of sub-state action over the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin scored the first bucket of the night and took a 7-3 lead over the Wildcats 2 minutes into the contest before the heavens opened up and started raining down three-pointers. The Wildcats' first 6 made shots were three-pointers. And suddenly it's an 18-9 lead with the Cats on top. They go to the first quarter break, leading by 10, a 23-13 margin, and kept up the fireworks throughout that second quarter of play, finishing off the half with a total of 11 three-pointers, 33 of the 49 coming from behind the arch. And it was the work of Jace Watkins with 5 and Brandon Nordstadt with 6 three-pointers pacing the way for the Cats. On the Baldwin side of the ledger, nobody in double figures. Their leading scorer, Hunter Ramirez, with 8 points, 6 points tonight from Jace Diggins, and 5 from Kyle Norris, spacing out the points for Baldwin. On the Wildcat side of the ledger, Connor Jeffers went to the charity stripe to get his 1 point, and Garrison Fiedler 3 points in the first quarter, but had a little tough luck working against some big defenders down low, missing some chip shots there. He ends up with 3 in the first half for the Wildcats. Jace Watkins, you know, if you score 15 points in the first half, you got a good chance of being the leading scorer of the night. He hit all 5 three-pointers for Jace to help them get out to the big lead in the first quarter and continue on the trail here in the second. 15's good, but how about 26 points for Brandon Nordstadt in the first half of play? Brandon hit 3 three-pointers in a row in that first quarter, finishes with 6 three-pointers. He hit 6 of 7 from the charity stripe and ends up leading the Cats with 26 points in our first half of play as they control. But that's a half of play. We'll see what happens after both teams go to the locker room, talk over their plan for the second half, and we'll be here to cover it for you. Joining us here at the halftime is Burlington Lady Cat head coach Dave Gilman, fresh off of a victory last night over Anderson County in the first round game, a 62-42 win, and that sets them up for Championship Saturday tomorrow at 6 o'clock right here, and we'll be bringing the game to you. Dave, welcome to the Dawg.
Thanks for covering us all year, Jim. It's great to have everybody get to hear the games. I know my brother listens. I know several of my family members can listen when they can't get to the game, so we appreciate you covering us.
Well, we try to use that phrase, paint a picture for our audiences. If they were at the game, they could see where all the players are at on the floor, see what you're doing on the floor. Occasionally the official comes over and gives you a little words of encouragement, huh?
Yeah, last night, they're good young officials. I know all of them. I've known one of them's from Fredonia, and he's a good young official. You try to be as nice as you can, but you try to also make sure you get the game that you want. So they did a great job.
And the Wildcat ladies, a good job last night with the victory. They're coming on strong here at the end of the season, things melding together. They know that we get to tournament time. It's win or go home. They got the first victory last night, and the girls played a full 4 quarters of basketball. Just a little tweaking on maybe ball possession was something that you might have emphasized to talk to the ladies, that it's going to be very important in tomorrow night's contest.
Yeah, we know we've seen Baldwin before. They beat us earlier in the preseason tournament. It's funny to see them at the very beginning and the very end, so maybe fitting. But Yeah, they really pressure the ball. We had a little trouble with Anderson County's pressure last night, so we want to make sure and emphasize that. They really are athletic. They really are after the ball aggressively. So we'll take care of the ball tomorrow night if we can, and that'll make us both more successful.
And all through the season, these young ladies learning as they go. Sort of an odd situation with only one senior on the team, Camry Wagner, been with the squad for 4 years. Got a chance to interview her last week to wrap up her career here at Burlington High School. A good leader. You'd like to have a couple more leaders on the floor, but this junior group is stepping into that responsibility and leading the way for the Lady Cats.
Yeah, we definitely can't overlook contributions by our one senior, Camry. She is such a great kid. She leads by example. She's not a vocal leader on the floor. You won't see Camry yell at anybody or lead cheers, but you're going to find Camry in the right spot at the right time. She leads by example. She's just a great teammate. The girls love having her in charge. And that junior group, they've played together for several years, and they really play well together. They share the ball. Kirsten Young leads the scoring, but everybody plays their role. Everybody fills the other spots on the floor. Ashley Debley is so athletic, and she can really rebound. She can really go to the basket quick. So it's great to have those two out in front, and everybody fills their role. Julia and Jarrah kind of split the point guard duties and distribute the ball. And Jarrah's stepped up her scoring a little bit this year, so she's doing a great job. And Paige Lawyer does kind of our dirty work. She guards the tough guards on the other team. She gets some rebounds, hits some shots. Grace Kuhlman is our other junior coming off the bench. So, we're undersized at post, and Grace found that she works well with that mismatch. Being smaller, she's quicker. She's still athletic and jump. So the group knows basketball. They can really adjust any kind of game. So we're looking forward to having those juniors back next year.
And I think the phrase that you used there time and again was they know their role. Each of them has a particular skill set. They put them in the right situation at the right time. They know they've got to defend against a bigger player. That's not a problem. They know that's their role. They'll take it. Scoring, you go to your scorers. They take up the responsibility, do the job. Everybody in sync, knowing what, when, and where, and that makes a team right there.
It's going to be very important tomorrow night because Baldwin is similar. Baldwin has athletic kids that can really shoot. They play tough defense, so it'll be a good matchup. I hope we can put a good game out there and compete. We look forward to it.
All right, well, it looks like both teams are back out on the floor, got their warm-ups completed. The Wildcats will go on defense as the possession arrow will give the ball to Baldwin to begin this second half of play. Cats out with a great start in the first half. They've got to keep up that intensity that they brought to the floor to begin the contest. And we look forward to tomorrow night's championship game. The Burlington Lady Cats bringing that intensity to the floor as they match up against the Baldwin Bulldogs. Coach, thanks for being with us here at the half. We'll be back tomorrow night with you. Maybe have a wrap-up from the victory, Coach, on the Dawg.
Great, Jim. Hope we can bring a big win.
All righty. That is Dave Gilman, our halftime interview here, head coach of the Lady Cats at halftime tonight. We'll send him back to the stands to watch the second half as we get underway. Baldwin missing the first shot, and the Wildcats. Possession goes to Fiedler. His shot is blocked away. Out on the run. Dribble drive up for the lay-in is Hunter Ramirez, as Baldwin looks like they're going to pick up the tempo here in the second half. Shot blocked away as Tegan Hess was going for a lob pass to Fiedler, but that ball knocked out of bounds. The Wildcats will keep it in possession as we are just underway here in our second half of play. Set to play it in, goes to Fiedler under the hoop, gets his man in the air, up and down for the bucket. Garrison Fiedler scores the first bucket for the Cats here to start our second half of play. 51-33, Cats on top here. We've put 1 minute on the board Baldwin with the ball at the top of the circle. Luke, step back. Shot away from 18, no good. Rebound fought for, loose on the floor. And reach in, that's going to be a foul on Jace Watkins. He'll pick up his first personal as he tried to get that loose ball on the floor. Oh, they said he was in motion for shot. I question it for my question, but that's the guy with the whistle, right? That free throw is good on the way by Cale as he gets his second point of the night on the made free throw. He'll stand at the line for a second. This shot on the way, nets home as he's got all 3 points from the charity stripe. A 51-36 margin. The Cats lead it here with the 6:45 mark. Drive in the paint. Nordstadt wants some more to add to that 26. Up and goes half. And he goes up for the bucket. Dribble drive down the lane. Shot away. No good. And Nordstadt out with the board. Goes to the hoop. Shot up, but we've got a player control foul. Brandon Nordstadt trying to get to the rim for the Wildcats, and the defender had established position. So the second team foul on the Cats and second personal foul on Nordstadt. 53-35. Wildcats lead it here. Ball out behind the rim. They'll send it to Luke. He'll dribble into the lane. Left-hand layup shot no good. Rebounded away in there, but we've got a possession tie-up. Baldwin has upped their intensity here in the second half, taking everything they can into the lane. As they know Garrison Fiedler with 3 fouls, they want to put the pressure on him down the middle. Wildcat teammates will have to add up on their defensive intensity also. Watkins across the timeline, stops at the free throw line. Shot up is home. Chase Watkins now with 17 for the Cats. And it's a 20-point margin, 55-35. Cats lead it.
A MyTown media station.
Rock and roll can save the world.
Classic rock. KSMP 97.7 Burlington.
The Flint Hills Classic Rock Station. 97.7 The Dawg.
55-37, Cats on top across the charity or mid-stripe at the 5:30 mark. Jace Watkins with the ball on the far wing. They look inside, can't get that pass in, so Jeffers will take it. He drives the lane, got wing. Oh, yeah. And the official said it was a block foul before the shot. Got hit on the floor. That foul whistled on number 10, Luke Leskowski, his first personal foul. And the Cats will play it in underneath their own bucket. Nordstadt to play it up for the Cats. Looks high over the top to Fiedler. It's not there. Now they'll go to Jace Watkins. Out in the open court, Jace calls out the play for the Cats. Left wing. Look for the give and go. Not there. Now down the baseline. Hess feeds Nordstadt for a 3. No good there. Whistle and a foul. That's going to be on number 3, Henry Lettner, as he picks up his third personal of the night. Going for the rebound down low. Couldn't control it, and too much body. Cats play it in under their own bucket. Nordstadt looking for the cutter. They'll find Fiedler in the paint. Turnaround shot up short off the rim, but Nordstadt comes out of there with the ball. Gives it to Chase, drives the lane. Oh, there it is. Oh, good. Beautiful. Avoids the defender, comes up with the right-hand floater. Down low they go. Turnaround shot, no good, and Connor Jeffers boards for the Cats. A whistle in the backboard, trying to go for that loose ball. Kyle Norris has whistled for his third personal foul. 3 players on the Baldwin side with 3 personals themselves. That foul in the backboard stops play with 4:46 on the clock, and the Wildcats leading 57-37. Full court pressure here by Baldwin. Jace to inbound. Now the official talking it over with 2 players out on the floor as they're jockeying for position for the inbound play. Cutter goes in. There's Jeffers. He'll take the ball. Comes around to pick, and but a steal in the open court. Up goes Keel with the left hand and with the bucket. Keel stripped the ball and took it to town. Norstad across the timeline. He'll come up, stops and floats it. Shot away, no good. Gets his own board. Finds Jace now in the corner. There's Tegan Hess. 3 in and out, no good. And rebounded away to Baldwin. Up court, Ramirez with the ball, gives it up. Looks to Lukowski. Tip ball, and Jace Watkins gets the steal. A foul on number 10, Luke Lukowski, as he throws Jace Watkins to the floor right in front of the official. Second personal foul and the fourth team foul on Baldwin here in our third quarter of play. What an amped-up game we've got going. Jordan Torres and Carson Byer both check into the lineup now for the Wildcats, as Jace will inbound on the end line. Looks to Torres on the near side. He'll gets the ball stolen. He goes to the floor with it. But he traveled as he rolled over. No, the official in the backcourt said there was a timeout. Coach Barrett got the timeout called before the turnover. They go and give the information to the Baldwin head coach. A little grin on his face that it probably did happen. So we've got a timeout with the Wildcats leading at 57-39, and we'll be back after a 1-minute break here on the Dog.
If you've got just the right paint color in mind, don't settle for anything less. Head to Burlington Building Materials, located at 626 Neosho in Burlington, and experience a brand new paint department brought to you by Do It Best Quality Paints. Your home is your canvas, and whether you're looking for a functional neutral or a pop of the trending hue, the Colors Journeys experience at Burlington Building Materials has all the tools you need to help your vision come to life. Colors Journeys, your destination for inspiration.
Sports socks can be fashionable. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hooper Thriftway, has the Touch brand of compression socks. These combed cotton knee-high support socks offer a snug, stylish fit and feel luxuriously smooth against the skin. Sizes for men and women are available in timeless patterns and colors. Buy the softest compression socks on the market today at Prescription Center, 312 Cross Street. Prescription Center, the pharmacy inside Hoover Thriftway, 620-364-5523.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back, and here goes Tegan Hess. Up to the foul. We've got a chance for a three-point play as Tegan Hess took off on the inbound play. A perfect strike by Jace Watkins. And Tegan, with his first bucket of the night, will go to the charity stripe as number 10, Luke Leskowski, also picks up his third personal foul. Tegan at the mark, on the way, but nothing but net as Hess completes the three-point play, and the Cats up 60-39. Under 4 minutes to play. Three-point shot away by Baldwin. Rebound to Lukowski. He gets the putback and scores the two in the backcourt. Fire with the inbound. Dribbles up and gives it back to Jace. Across the timeline for the Cats. They'll set the offense out in the open court. Fire. And he gets mugged. But the official finally blows the whistle. Ball was tipped away. And Lukowski, going for that loose ball, tried to go through Carson Byer. He'll pick up his fourth personal foul. And all four of those coming here in the second half. He's a windmill waiting to happen. Cats will play it in. Jace Watkins with the ball for the Wildcats. On the left side, goes past the pick, sets for the three. Oh, nothing but net again for Jace Watkins. Dribble drive down the lane for Baldwin. Number 24, Diggins, gets his 10th point of the night. We'll trade 3 for 2 just about any time. Ball tipped away, but out of bounds. That'll be Baldwin's ball after the shot by Torres. Couldn't find the mark. A 63-43 margin as Connor Jeffers and Connor McManus both check back on the floor for Burlington. 3:03 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Cats leading by 20. Of course, Diggins gives the ball right side. They play it in low. Shot up over the top by Norris. He gets his 7th point of the night. Ball in the backcourt. Jeffers saves it to Nordstadt. Goes down the lane. Stops, floats. No. Outlet pass ahead to Ramirez. He'll drive the lane short on the shot, but he's fouled on the way to the hoop by Carson Byer. Saved the lay-in points, and that'll send Ramirez to the line and shoot a pair.
And we've gone short again because Fiedler's out. Get the flow.
That's right. Garrison had made it through the first 5 minutes of the third quarter without picking up another foul. Ramirez short on the free throw here at the 2:44 mark. And the Wildcats still with a lead, but nothing is too comfortable against a fast-paced team like Baldwin. Jace Watkins with the rebound of the missed shot. He'll bring it up in the backcourt. Got a whistle and a foul on the hold. Jace Watkins with that dribble made Kale defend him, and he was using his hands to try to block his progress. Third personal foul on Kale, as those fouls are adding up quickly on the Baldwin side of the ledger. 2:37 left to go in the third. With the 7th team foul, we're shooting 1 plus a bonus. Jace, that's the first point he's made that wasn't a 3 or a 2. Gets to the charity stripe, hits the first, and he'll be there for a bonus. Jace on the way with a second. And Jace, 24 points on the night, but he's not the high scorer. 3-point shot away, no good. Jace with the rebound. He'll bring it across the sideline and trying to slap that ball from the backside. Ramirez is whistled right in front of the official. You got to think a little bit if you're going to play this game of basketball.
Well, if they're going to get back in it, they're going to have to stop that fouling because, particularly on Watkins, and I hope I don't jinx him here, but he's probably our best free throw shooter on the team.
Consistently throughout the season, that's the guy you want at the line. Jace, first one is up and good. He'll get the bonus also. Has 18 fouls on Anderson or on Baldwin tonight. Free throw is on the mark again for Jace as Tegan Hess checks into the lineup for Burlington. 67-45, largest lead of the game for the Cats here at the 2-minute mark. Dribble drive down low. Leitner kicks it back out in the lane. That guy's camping out. They kick it on the side. Shot away, no good. And Nordstadt boards it for the Cats. He'll bring it up the left wing. Now pulls it back out to the top. Sets the offense for the Wildcats. Picks up the dribble. Goes to McManus. Shot up, no good. Fiedler. Put back shot. He's fouled. Good job by Garrison Fiedler. Just back into the contest. Muscles up down low. And he will be at the line to shoot 2 free throws for the Wildcats. Number 20, Kyle Norris, picks up his 4th personal foul and sends Fiedler to the line to shoot 2. First one on the way is up and good. He'll be there for the second opportunity. 6 points on the night for the big guy. And he'll be at the line for one more attempt. This shot also good for Garrison. Extending that lead now, 69-45 for the Cats. Baldwin near side, a 3-point shot away is no good. Rebound down in the paint, but we've got a whistle and a foul on the rebound attempt. We'll have to make sure who they're going to call this one on the far side.
I think it's Connor Jeffers.
Was it Connor? Yeah. Connor picks up his first personal. Now 14 fouls on the Cats, as Baldwin will play it in under their own bucket. 3-point shot away by Diggins. It won't fall. And McManus boards it for the Cats. Out ahead, but a turnover sends it to Diggins. He'll bring it up court. Spin move down the lane. Shot on the way in and out. No good. And Nordstadt boards it. Ahead he goes to Hess. Back to Nordstadt. Go drive out. Baby, out there. We are ready to go. Nordstadt to the hoop after the assist by Hess. Count that bucket. And let's get one more here at the charity stripe. Parker Wilson picks up his second personal for Baldwin. Well, of course that free throw is going to go home. As Nordstadt now with 31 here before the end of the third quarter. Down the lane, stepping up with the shot is Cade Kyle for his 7th point of the night. And the Wildcats will break the press. Across the timeline they go. Hold foul out in the open court. Number 23, Kyle, picking up his 4th personal also. 22 personal fouls on the Baldwin side of the ledger here tonight. And the Wildcats making them pay at the charity stripe as Nordstadt will go to the line to shoot 2. That is in the double bonus already here in the third quarter. And we jinxed them. Yeah, what about that? Back on the floor, Jace Watkins, as Connor McManus will return to the bench for the Wildcats. And substitute number 15, Jordan Barth, in for Baldwin. Nordstadt's second free throw is up and good. Wildcats now a 73-47 margin here with 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Ball at the top of the circle. Three-pointer away by Lettner. He gets it to fall. Pressure in the backcourt. Now Jeffers will bring it across the timeline for the Cats. On the give and go through the lane, it's not there, so they bring it back out to Jace Watkins to spread the floor for the Wildcats. They'll find Nordstadt. It goes down the lane, splits the defender, no good there, but Connor Jeffers is there for the rebound, gives it up to Fiedler. His shot off the mark, no good. And we've got a reach-in foul on number 34, Connor Jeffers. He was boxed away from the rebound and trying to sneak in low, but the official right on the mark. 31 seconds remain here in the third quarter with the Wildcats leading 73-50 over the Baldwin Bulldogs. Skip pass comes down in the low corner. They'll send it back out to Lettner. He's on fire from three as he hits back-to-back three-pointers. Up court, here come the Cats. Jace Watkins down the lane, but he got fouled by Lettner with the body. That's going to be, what, 4 on him? That is 4 also. 1, 2, 3, 4 Bulldogs with 4 fouls each. Here, they're going to have to go deep to their bench when they get into that fourth quarter. But right now, Jace Watkins steps up, gets the free throw. The double bonus here is he'll be at the line for 2. 5 for 5 for Jace. Let's make it a 6-pack. Yes, he will. 6 points from the charity stripe for Jace Watkins. And the Wildcats 75-53 lead. A steal. Here comes Nordstadt with a lead out ahead to Jace. Oh, the shot. He's fouled. It on the wall. That almost came home for the score. But Jace will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws now. As number 3, Henry Lettner, is whistled up for his 5th personal foul. He will go to the bench to join head coach Paul Musselman. He'll get to watch from the cheap seats. On the front row. On the front row. That's right. He may get an interview with Bob. Jace couldn't hit that first free throw, but he'll be there for a second. Concept, and it's good. Wildcats with a 23-point lead and 5 seconds left on the clock. 3-point shot by Baldwin at the buzzer. Jace Diggins connects. And we go to the end of 3 quarters of play with the Burlington Wildcats leading 76-56. We'll be back.
Napa know-how.
If you're looking for a great start to the new year, then Napa Auto Parts is just what you need. A dependable Napa Legend Premium battery with an 84-month warranty, the Napa Legend Premium will deliver great starts for the next several years. Plus, purchase one during January. You'll get a $20 prepaid Visa gift card by mail, a new battery, and $20 back. Now that's a great start to the new year. Go NapaMocan.com or Napa Mocan on Facebook for more great offers.
Hi, this is Colin Sleazer with Alpha Roofing, LLC in Burlington. We specialize in residential and commercial roofing and have become one of the most respected roofing companies in Northeast Kansas. Customer service is our number one priority, and knowing that your home or business is safe in our hands is what makes this licensed contractor your number one choice. If it's a repair or an entire roof, we have the knowledge and skills to get the job done right. Stop in at 213 North 3rd Street, Burlington, or check out our website at www.alpharoofers.com. Alpha Roofing, your hometown roofing expert.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back here to Anderson County, site of the Class 4A Division II Sub-State Tournament. First round action, the Wildcats taking on the Baldwin Bulldogs, and the Wildcats have blown into a huge lead over Baldwin to start this fourth quarter, a 20-point margin. As Baldwin scores the first bucket of the fourth quarter, Cade Kyle gets the two for Baldwin. Hess with the ball at the top of the circle, goes around the top side pick. Now looks to Jace Watkins. They'll find Nordstadt on the wing. Ball stolen away. It's going to be a breakaway down court and bucket up for Cade Kyle, his second of the quarter. A quick 30-second timeout on the floor. Coach Barrett does not want to let Baldwin get any type of momentum going here. He says you're not spacing out. Had four players on the left-hand side of the court. The last possession down court, they've got to spread the offense out, make Baldwin play that defense, try to go for that steal. As they're not very good at it. No, they are. They're big hackers. Again, as we counted up, 23 fouls so far in 3 quarters of play here. And the Wildcats making a living at the charity stripe. 12 made free throws in that third quarter for the Cats. 12 of their 27 points coming at the stripe. And the Cats will play it inbound on the end line. A 16-point margin, 76-20. Cats on top. They'll inbound to Fiedler on the far side. He doesn't want to dribble in the backcourt. Jace Watkins does. They've got to get it across on the 10 mark. And he does, just in time. Now Nordstadt with the ball. Defender picking in. He'll go around the pick on the far side. Nordstadt dribbles directly into a defender, but the ball out of bounds off of Baldwin on the far sideline. Not a good choice that time by Brandon Nordstadt to dribble directly up to the defending player.
Well, and he was headed to the corner, too, and that's not good.
So they'll play it in on the corner side. High over the top, they go to Jace Watkins. He'll bring it back out behind the arch. Leaves it to Fiedler down in the paint. Spin move down low, up with the left hand. Good job by Garrison Fiedler. The type of work we've seen him do all season long as he uses that body well down in the paint. Dribble drive, shot up and good. Number 24, Diggins, goes to the hoop. He's fouled by Garrison, and that'll send him to the stripe as Garrison Fiedler picks up his fourth personal foul. Now 16 fouls on the Wildcats, and Diggins will go to the stripe. Diggins with 15 points, the leading scorer for Baldwin, connects with another one to 16. Cut it to 15, and it is a 78-63 margin. Wildcats lead it here with 6 minutes remaining on the clock at Anderson County. Burns the sun. Hess with the dribble down the lane, gives it up to Fiedler, up and in. Nice job drawing the defender to Garrison Hess. Get back. Down court quickly. Shot away, no good. Rebound, put back, no good. Another rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on the far side. Connor Jeffers is whistled for his third personal. Now with 17 fouls, stepping to the line, number 20, Kyle Norris, as he will shoot 2 in the act of a putback from the rebound. His free throw, the first one, off the mark, no good. And he'll stand in for a second attempt. Jordan Torres checks in for Burlington, as Nordstadt will get a quick rest on the side. Talking to Coach Barrett. Second free throw on the way is no good, and Jeffers pours it up for the Cats. Into backcourt, Jace Watkins with the dribble. Goes down the right-hand side, comes across the stick. Step back, a 3. No, not on this one. Rebounded underneath by Luke. He carried the ball, thought about making the pass, and indecision killed the Cats. That turnover will give the ball back to the Wildcats. They'll play it in with 5:57 on the clock, and the ball to be played up at the front court. Hess to key it up for Burlington, as Jeffers and Watkins both look for the inbound. High over the top, they go to Jace Watkins. He'll set the offense for Burlington. Spread the court, run the clock. Yep, just over and over. Hess picks up his dribble, goes to Connor Jeffers with the dribble left side. Now Hess down the baseline, shot away, but that's going to be a player control foul on Sagan Hess. Not the time and place for that play, it would look like from our vantage point.
No. I want you running it back and forth out on top of the key before you finally get a crease.
80-63, back to a 17-point margin for the Wildcats here. As the clock continues to run, 5:30 on the clock. Dribble drive to the baseline. A player control foul on Baldwin this time, as Connor Jeffers set low with his defensive position. And that foul is whistled on the Baldwin player, number 24, Jace Diggins, his third personal. Cats will play it in on the end line. As Nordstadt returns to the lineup, Jeffers goes to the bench. Carson Byer in for the Wildcats. Nordstadt gives it up to Byer. He'll bring it across the timeline for Burlington. Set the offense out in the open court. Nobody defending to come out to Carson. Use some time right here, boys. Jordan Torres to the hoop, but it's blocked away out of bounds. And it'll remain in possession of the Wildcats. Coach Barrett on his feet, encouraging his players here with 5:16 remaining in the contest. Lob pass goes to Fiedler under the bucket, and they're going to call Garrison with a player control foul as he bodies through the defender. Garrison, 5 personal fouls, and will be gone from the game here at the 5:13 mark of tonight's contest. That hurt. That was our lone big man here, as we talked about before the broadcast. Mitch Taylor, a concussion during last week's game, and he's not suited up for tonight's contest. Wildcat teammates are going to have to fill up the paint for the Cats and defend against Baldwin. Luke with the dribble comes to the right wing, looking on the inside, but a three-point shot on the way is no good. Rebound high over the top. They'll kick it out for another 3. It's no good. Luke down low with the board, and a steal by Nordstadt. Nice job by Brandon Nordstadt. He knows he can't go up on the top side, but if they'll keep bringing the ball down to him, that's where it's at. Carson Byer with the dribble.
Like we're going to
out at the top of the circle. He'll spin move and looks to pass on the wing. Nordstadt drives the lane, shot away, no good, gets his own rebound, gets his man in the air, block shot, loose ball on the floor, and Baldwin comes out of there with it. Dribble drive up the middle, drive and layup, off the rim, no good, and Connor Jeffers comes out of there with a loose ball for the Cats. Coach Barrett calling a timeout on the far side with 4:20 remaining in the contest. He wants a word with his players, and we want a word from our sponsors. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
He dribbles left. He dribbles right. He shoots and scores. You don't need to dribble all over town or hit the road to find the right parts for your cars when you stop and shop at Burlington Auto Supply. We sell name brand quality parts you can count on. AC Delco spark plugs, Gates belts and hoses, and Wix filters are just a few of the manufacturers we use to keep your equipment in great performing condition. We're back in the cats all season long here at Burlington Auto, your bumper-to-bumper parts store. Wow!
When it comes to the health of you and your family, choosing the right pharmacist is just as important as choosing the right doctor. Find a pharmacist that's right for you at your local Medicine Shop pharmacy. More than a healthcare advisor, they take the time to get to know you and to personally answer all your healthcare questions and concerns. Make the right choice. Choose a Medicine Shop pharmacist. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Burlington, Kansas, caring beyond prescriptions.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back. We just cranked up the oxygen tank, so we'll get ready for these final 4 minutes on the clock. Wildcats leading 80-63 over Baldwin here in the fourth quarter at Sub-State action. Set to play it in the backcourt. Nordstedt looks to the cut and pick. He'll find Jace in the backcourt. Possession goes to the timeline on the right wing. Picks up the dribble, finds Hess on the right side. They're going to be trapping every chance they get. Nordstedt with the ball for the Wildcats. Good move there to save his dribble. Goes on the right wing to Tegan Hess. Dribble down the middle, beats right side to McManus. His shot away is no good. Loose ball on the floor. Nordstedt a floater. No, it won't happen. And boarded out to Baldwin. Of course they come. Dribble drive and a block shot. A nice job. Jace Watkins held back with his body, put his hand out. He's going to drive it to the hoop. Finishes it off at the rim. Jace Watkins did it all. He slapped it away again. Got another steal in the hands of Nordstedt. He's fouled and fouled. Number 23, Cade Dale, picking up his 5th personal foul. The second Bulldog to go to the bench over the limit on fouls here on possibly his last game in the Baldwin Bulldog uniform. That sends Nordstedt to the charity stripe. Cats leading 82-63. Nordstedt short off the front of the rim. This is something that hasn't happened for a while. He hasn't scored in the fourth quarter yet. But one more free throw. There it is. He got it to go home. And the Cats back to a 20-point margin, 83-63, as we approach the 3-minute mark. Lob pass down low into Kyle Norris. He gets the bucket to fall and was fouled by Tegan Hess. Hess had defense on the backside, and he is sent from the game with his 5th personal foul. Now 9 team fouls on the Wildcats. No, change that to 10. And Carson Beyer will replace Hess as Norris steps to the charity stripe. First free throw, short off the rim, no good. Luke with the rebound, putback won't fall. And the Wildcats come out of there with the loose ball. Carson Beyer in the backcourt. It's stripped from the backside, and there's Watkins with the final ball. Settle down, pick up your dribble. That's right. It's a pick from the backside. Number 24, Jace Diggins, fouls Jace Watkins. His 4th personal. And Jace Watkins will go to the line for the Wildcats. In the double bonus here, he'll shoot a pair for the Cats with 3:04 remaining in the contest. Free throw halfway down and came out around. Jace steps back to take a big breath. Reset. One more free throw attempt for Jace. On the way, it rims off the mark also. Luke with the dribble comes up the middle, lays it off to the side, and the lay-in is good by Ramirez for the 2. Timeout on the floor by the Baldwin Bulldogs as the Wildcats are holding off the charge by Baldwin. It's an 83-67 mark as we take a break. Back to the station for our sponsors.
When the lights come up on Friday and Saturday nights at high schools and colleges across the region, it's often on a field built by Crossland Construction. Many Crossland employees played on those fields and were educated in the schools that are thriving parts of our communities today. Crossland is a proud supporter of area athletics and urges you to be a part of your local school community. Many of the athletes playing today may help Crossland build across our region in the future. Check out career opportunities at Crossland.com. Crossland Construction, build you.
The staff at Diners Cafe, located at 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wants to say thank you to our customers for their patronage. If you haven't been in yet, come give us a try. We believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. We strive to provide you with a total dining experience, great service, wholesome eats, and a comfortable atmosphere. Diners Cafe, we're happy to be a part of Burlington and Coffee County. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dog.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball here on the Dog. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. The Wildcats leading it 83-67 over Baldwin. They're trapped in the backcourt. Jace with the ball. Gets it back across to Nordstadt. Reverse dribble, comes up to Carson Byer across the timeline. They'll clear it on the right side to Connor Jeffers. Work some time on the floor with that dribble, Wildcats. Jace Watkins with the ball, goes to Carson Byer. Reach in, that's a whistle and a foul. Stops play. Hunter Ramirez picking up his third personal foul. And sending Carson Byer to the line for the Wildcats. Carson looking to get into the scorebook tonight as he'll be at the charity stripe for 2 free throws. First one is hard off of the back of the rim. And substitute for Baldwin checking in is number 44, Andrew Braun. Braun, a 6'2 senior, making the appearance. As that free throw goes halfway down and out, the Cats not on the mark from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. Luke drives the lane, gets it to go up and in for the bucket. Pressure in the backcourt. Nordstadt picks up his dribble, looks for the step through, gets it off to Jeffers, goes down the lane, gives it to Connor McManus. The ball off the rim, no good. Puck to puck. Coming up court, and Chase Watkins makes a saving stab at the ball, knocks it out of bounds as Dingus was right underneath the bucket. The ball out of bounds to play in for Baldwin with 2:08 on the clock. Down low and a turnover. Comes right back to the Wildcats. They'll keep full court pressure on. A 14-point lead for the Cats. Inbound, they go to Byer. He'll give it back to Nordstadt. He'll dribble up to the midcourt stripe. Gives it off to Jace Watkins. Turns back out, looks on the top, and finds Nordstadt again. Spread it out. 2 defenders come to the ball. Watkins picks up his dribble. And a reach-in foul is going to be whistled on Hunter Ramirez for Baldwin. That is his 4th personal foul. And sends Jace Watkins to the line one more time. Jace will step up to shoot that double bonus now. First one is on the mark, and he'll set for a second. 1:47 remaining on the clock here as a group of substitutes check in for Baldwin. Number 40, Aiden Huggins in the lineup. Number 12, Nathan Persman, and Matthew Garber in the lineup as Jace hits the free throw. And Jace now with 33 points on the night, sharing the scoring honor with Brandon Nordstadt. 3-point shot by Baldwin on the way, no good. Nordstadt rebounds for the Cats. They've got position and will bring it across the timeline on the right wing. Gives it up to Jeffers. Now Jace behind the arch. Had the chance for the shot, but didn't take it. Wildcats spread the ball out. Now they'll work on that clock. Returns the ball to Connor Jeffers. Minute 10 on the clock. Nordstadt, they're playing some keep away, but a reach-in foul will stop the clock and send Nordstadt back to the line. He'll shoot a pair here as that foul whistled on number 11, Nathan Cessna, his first personal foul. Brandon's free throw is up and good, and he'll be there for a second attempt. And the Wildcat substitutes coming in. Number 2, Brandon Brown. Number 1, Trevor Farr. And number 32, Parker Meats, returns to the lineup. As Nordstad hits the second free throw. And Noah Smith into the lineup. Finally got a Smith on the floor. We've got a timeout on the floor as both coaches want to talk it over with their young substitutes who have taken the floor here tonight. As the Wildcats pressed in that first quarter of play until they started shooting a three-point shot, and it was all over but kissing Nelly from there on out. An 87-69 margin. The Wildcats lead it with 1 minute to play in tonight's contest here in the first round of action from Anderson County Substate in Class 4A Division 2. The winner will move on to tomorrow's championship game against the winner of Anderson County and Osawatomie. The Lady Cats in the first game of the night at 6 o'clock will take on the Baldwin Lady Bulldogs, and the Wildcats with the 7:30 contest. You know where you can find us tomorrow night, right here on the Dawg, bringing you Lady Cat and Wildcat basketball. Both teams back out on the floor as Baldwin will play it in on the end line here. Minute 10 remaining in tonight's contest. In the backcourt with the ball, Jordan Barth brings it across the timeline, but a bad pass into the hands of a teammate on the bench turns it over to Burlington. Smith will inbound in the backcourt, looks to Barr, needs some help to come to him, finally finds Trevor, gets the ball down on the dribble, looks ahead up court to take it to Parker Meats across the timeline. Down low to Brown. His shot is blocked from the backside, and Baldwin will clear it away. Down the middle, they'll spin it on the far wing into the hands of Barth. Stop. They'll go low. This time up by Braun. He can't make it happen. Fought for the rebound down in the paint. They'll kick it out to the top of the circle. Three-point shot off the board, no good. Rebounded by Baldwin. Farthing shot, no good. It's out of bounds, and that'll be Wildcat basketball. Smith to play it in as full court pressure by the Baldwin substitutes. Cats play it up court to Parker Meats. He'll clear it to Torres. Now near side Smith. Give and go down low. Stolen away, but it's off of Baldwin, out of bounds, and stays with the Wildcats. They'll play it in underneath their own bucket here. Smith calls out the play for the players on the floor. Nobody's moving. Somebody's got to get after it. There, Brown comes to the ball. Reverse pivot goes down the lane, and the ball stripped away into the hands of Brown. Dribble up, and a steal by Jordan Torres. In the backcourt, picks up the dribble, goes to Barr on the far wing. Go to the dribbles out the end of the clock, and the buzzer sounds with a Wildcat victory here tonight. An 87-69 win for the Burlington Wildcats in the first round action of Substate here from Anderson County. It's going to take a while to add up all the numbers that the Wildcats put on the board, scoring 87 points. And we'll be back after this 3-minute timeout to wrap up tonight's Wildcat victory here on the Dawg.
Ready to go?
Almost. You just have to stop at the bank, get a few money orders, to pay some bills.
Well, why don't you just write the checks yourself?
I can't.
Still? I thought you were back on your feet financially.
I am, but I never thought starting from square one would take this long.
For a second chance at a banking relationship, it's Central Time. Whatever the reason, life happens. You might have had a checking account that was overdrawn when it was closed. And finding a bank who will let you start with a clean slate can be a challenge. That's why Central National Bank offers New Opportunity Checking. Write checks, use a Visa check card, and enjoy free online banking and free ATM use at Central National Bank ATMs. Plus, you have a place to cash your checks. Ask about New Opportunity Checking from Central National Bank. It's money for life, the way we live today. Some restrictions and fees apply.
Central National Bank, money for life.
Member FDIC in your hometown since 1884.
The Appliance Store in Burlington has a large selection of Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid appliances, along with Speed Queen washers and dryers, and is your headquarters for #1 voted Green Mountain pellet grills. The Appliance Store also has Oric vacuum cleaners, bags, parts, and service what they sell, with a great selection of appliance parts on hand. The Appliance Store at 602 South 4th Street in Burlington thanks you for supporting local business and is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Hi, kids. It's Timmy the Tooth. Have you been to see your dentist lately?
Visiting the dentist doesn't have to be that frightening. It's all about which dentist you choose. At the office of Rick Smith DDS in Gridley, they offer individual comfort care for all ages. From grandparents to grandchildren, you will receive a comfortable and pleasant process. Give Rick Smith DDS a call today at 620-836-2015.
You're in a hurry and your car won't start. And you need a jump. Or how about the time you locked your keys in the car? Or the time you hit that deer and smashed in the front end of your car? Or maybe you just need something hauled and you don't have a truck. Maybe you just need a tire changed. Call Jeff's Towing and Recovery, AAA provider at 785-213-1669. That's 785-213-1669. And remember, it's your choice who tows your vehicle.
The staff at Diners Cafe, located at 1020 North 2nd Street in Burlington, wants to say thank you to our customers for their patronage. If you haven't been in yet, come give us a try. We believe you'll be pleasantly surprised. We strive to provide you with a total dining experience, great service, wholesome eats, and a comfortable atmosphere. Diners Cafe, we're happy to be a part of Burlington and Coffee County. You'll find us next door to the Country Haven Inn, proud to support USD 244 activities.
Back to courtside with your voice of the Wildcats, Jim Hills on 97.7 The Dawg.
Welcome back to Burlington Wildcat basketball on the Dawg. It's a victory for the Wildcats tonight, 87-69 over the Baldwin Bulldogs in sub-state action. That moves the Cats into championship Saturday night, tomorrow, against the winner of this Anderson County and Osawatomie game that will be tipping off around 7:30 here in the second contest tonight. And Baldwin trying anything they could to slow down this potent Wildcat team. The number that stuck out to us was the fact that the Cats made 6 3-pointers in a row to break out to an 18-11 lead with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. A 10-point margin at the end of the first quarter. That extended to an 18-point lead, 49-31 at the halftime break. But the Wildcats did not rest on their laurels. They put up 27 points in the third quarter alone and extended that lead out to a 20-point margin, 76-56, going into the fourth quarter break. Baldwin trying desperately on defense to come up with anything, were whistled for a total of 18 fouls in the second half, sending the Wildcats to the charity stripe, where they converted on 25 of 35 for the night. Baldwin puts 5 players in double figures. The lone player, Luke Leskowski, not in double figures, had 9 points on the night for the Bulldogs, but they just could not muster enough offense to overcome the Wildcats. The Wildcats scoring ledger looks a little peculiar to us. Connor Jeffers, 1 point from the charity stripe. Taken Hess, 3 points tonight as he hit a 2-pointer, was fouled, and made the free throw for all 3 of his points. Garrison Fiedler totals out 11 points on the evening for the Wildcats. You look at those 15 points and say, where'd the rest of them come from? Yeah, here they come. Chase Watkins 33 points, 6 3-pointers for the junior tonight, and he goes 9 of 12 from the charity stripe to add up for 33. That should take home bragging rights for most any ball game, but not this one. Brandon Nordstad tops the Wildcats with 35 points, leading the way, also putting in 6 3-pointers. He goes 11 of 14 from the stripe and finishes the night with 35. 68 of the Wildcats' points divided between 2 players tonight. Outstanding offense from those 2, and they'll be called on again tomorrow night in Championship Saturday. We're going to wrap up the broadcast here tonight, get everything back in the Dawg Mobile to head home to Burlington later on. We'll stay and peruse these Anderson County Bulldogs, a team we've seen 3 times this year, as they take on Osawatomie for the chance to play Burlington in the championship game tomorrow. Bobby doing the work back at the station. Rick Smith and Richard Mahoney alongside me here tonight, bringing you Wildcat victory number 1 in the tournament. Looking for number 2, and we'll be here tomorrow night. Thank you for joining in, and we'll be back 6 o'clock tomorrow, Championship Saturday on the Dawg. Bobby, take them away.
Thanks for listening to the Burlington Wildcats. The Wildcats are being brought to you this season in part by
Alpha Roofing, Beckman Motors, Burlington Building Materials, Burlington Auto Parts, Caldwell's Auto Parts, Central National Bank, Diners Cafe, First National Bank, Hoover's Thriftway, Crossland Construction, Jeff's Towing, Life Care Center, Prescription